It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
My bad. Tell Andrade I'm fuck Andrade, pussy ass. You know what I did? I said, all right, we ain't fighting him. We black card him. We put him on the black card, nigga. You ain't getting a fight, nigga. Ain't no money for you, nigga, in this boxing world. You better go represent that bar you tried to open like 2 years ago, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, Rhode Island ass, nigga. That shit weak. I fought up there. That shit weak as fuck. Nigga, ain't nobody up there. Chill, ain't no real niggas in Rhode Island, nigga.
They won't even say the name.
Well, it's like, I don't know if you saw with Charlo, Jermall Charlo. He said, oh, yeah, we blackball Andrade from fighting.
I don't know what kind of power he does. He can't even make the fight.
He was saying he talked to Al Heyman. He's like, yeah, we talked to Al Heyman. We blackballed him. You know, he can't make no money in this boxing game.
I don't know. We just fought. We're going to fight the next 4 months. You know, he's the one with nobody to fight.
Yeah, he's fighting with Juan Carlos Montiel, some guy we never heard of.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, and he's not going to get into the money, and he's not fighting nobody. He's nothing to us.
Yeah.
You know, he just runs his mouth. That's all they do is run their mouths.
They just want to fight on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, you know, let's get the fist together. Forget about the mouth. You know what I mean? Him running his mouth is like his asshole telling his brain what to do.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, listen, man, the sun is shining here in Vegas. There's a beautiful, nice, brisk breeze, and we got some beautiful news here in the boxing world, so I think it's going to be a good day. But, man, it looks like Eddie Hearn has went ahead and actually read the rules of the WBC, and he's enforcing the rules and using the rules to the advantage of the fighter he represents, finally, in Demetrius Andrade. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it was reported this morning that Eddie Hearn has written to not just the WBO, the belt which Andrade holds, but he's written to the WBC, the belt that Jermall Charlo holds. And he is petitioning for the WBC to order a Jermall Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade fight next. Now, this is great news because we know Jermall Charlo doesn't have any courage to fight Demetrius Andrade. We know that he's scared to death of Demetrius Andrade. So this will be good because either Charlo's going to show that he is a real killer and fight Demetrius Andrade, or he's going to show that he's a pretender and drop the belt and find another way to avoid him. So I like this. But yeah, for those that don't know, but before I get into what Eddie Hearn had to say and what happened, let me first read to you guys the rule that is allowing Eddie Hearn to petition for this to happen, so you guys have a better understanding. Now, I posted it at the beginning of the video, but I'll reread it to you just in case you didn't read it yourself. So, subsection 3.7 of the WBC rules states the following about the designation of mandatory challengers, stating the following, and I quote, "The WBC shall always have the discretion to designate a mandatory challenger by the following. Reason A, ordering a final elimination bout of 2 qualified contenders. Reason B, designating a qualified challenger as the official mandatory. Or C, ordering a unification bout with the champion of another organization recognized by the WBC." And that C is motherfucker. That rule, that subsection C, 3.7 WBC rules, that's what Eddie Hearn is trying to enforce right now, because Andrade is a world champion. The WBO is a recognized sanctioning body of the WBC. So with that being said, and with that being firmly established here on True School Sports, here's what Eddie Hearn had to say after the Andrade fight. I'll reread you guys the quote. He said, I quote, "Why can't these governing bodies just push for the fight? Make Andrade the mandatory. They've done it before. The likely next opponent for Andrade is well, we've written to the WBC and the WBO and petitioned for the Jermall Charlo fight. Why can't these governing bodies push for the fight? Make Demetrius Andrade the mandatory. They've done it before." So listen, we got to give Eddie Hearn some credit, man. We got to give Eddie Hearn some credit because Eddie Hearn, I do criticize him. And we were just talking about this. Me and my boy Christian were just talking about this on the last live about why Eddie Hearn hasn't petitioned with the WBC to try and get this fight done. But we got to give Eddie some credit because he's finally went ahead and did it. Now the ball is on the courts of the sanctioning bodies to do what's right, fair, and just for the sport of boxing. It's on the court of Al Haymon and Jermall Charlo, particularly Jermall Charlo, because I think Al Haymon will make the fight. It really falls on Jermall Charlo. Does Jermall Charlo really think he's as good as he says he is? Because if Andrade is a, I'm gonna use his words, if Andrade is a pussy, if you black carded Andrade, if you think you would beat Andrade, then now's your chance. Now's your chance to prove everything you said that you are. Because listen, you know, Jermall Charlo, a fantastic fighter. He's 32-0, WBC champion, American, you know, middleweight world champion. Same thing goes for Andrade, 31-0, undefeated. So like they're both at a good level in their career. And I would even argue the fact that with the way the current climate of the division is, Charlo needs Andrade, Andrade needs Charlo. This is, in my opinion, one of the most important fights in boxing come 2022. So this is welcome news. You know, if you guys are new to the channel, let me tell you again, if you haven't heard me say this before, I think Demetrius Andrade is the best fighter from 160 all the way up to cruiserweight, and that includes Canelo. And I just wanted to get his opportunity to prove it against the biggest and best names out there. Jermall Charlo is definitely one of them. A lot of people think Jermall Charlo would beat Demetrius Andrade. I think Demetrius Andrade is going to school, wash, and probably ruin the career of Jermall Charlo. And that's why Jermall doesn't want to take the fight, because he knows if he fights Demetrius Andrade, he can't fuck with him. I know it, and he knows it. I know it, he knows it, and anyone who knows boxing knows it. Jermall Charlo, no way, shape, or form can he fuck with Demetrius Andrade. And if he thinks he can, well, please, shut me up. Fight him. Just by fighting him, you get respect. Automatically, when you fight him, you get respect. If you can beat him, oh my God. Jermall Charlo is now, in my opinion, the best middleweight in the world. So, man, great news. Great news. And hopefully, like, boxing just does the right thing, because these are two undefeated American world champions. We know Golovkin doesn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. He's got to fight Murata Sign anyway, so don't even look this way right now. Munguia just got ordered to fight Derevyanchenko. If Derevyanchenko beats Carlos Adames, that's probably going to be his next fight. Plus, Munguia, look, I've talked to Roberto Diaz, the matchmaker, Golden Boy Promotions, about Andrade versus Munguia, and from what I got in our conversation, you know, I didn't see or hear any urgency to want to make the fight. Now, that was before the Quigley fight, and he did go to the Quigley fight, and he did have a front row seat to see Demetrius Andrade absolutely destroy Jason Quigley. So maybe his opinion and his perspective has changed, but I won't really know about that until I see him in person next month in San Antonio. So we're going to have to assume and take his word that the Munguia fight, they're going to steer clear of Andrade. So the way I see it, this is the only option for Charlo. This is the only option for Andrade, and this is the fight we got to be making happen here in 2022. So much respect to Eddie Hearn for finally doing the right thing, for finally doing what we wanted him to do, which is petition with the sanctioning bodies to make this fight happen. And yeah, you know, respect to him. Respect to Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, fine folks over there. And as fans, right? Because I have a platform. If you're watching this, you're probably a fan. You are a fan of boxing, because this channel is for hardcore boxing fans. So my thing is this: for everybody out there, I want all you guys to be responsible. Okay, we're not gonna get Andrade versus Canelo. We're not gonna get Charlo versus Canelo. We're not gonna get Charlo versus Benavidez. We're not gonna get none of them fights. Let's make this fight happen. Let's push for this fight to happen. So if anybody watches this video, share this on social media, tag Charlo, tag Andrade, tag the WBO, definitely tag Suleiman and the WBC, and let's push for it, because this is a fight that needs to happen for boxing, for the fans, and for the careers of these two very prestigious warriors in the middleweight division. So I'm gonna leave it at that, but that's the news. Eddie Hearn, you know, the Dundada of British boxing. He goes to WBO, he goes to WBC, petitions for Andrade to get his title shot. Now the ball's on their court and Jermall Charlo's court to do the right thing and prove that they say that they are who they are. And we'll see what happens. We'll definitely be following the developments here on True School Sports. You guys give me your take. I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.